Hola, my lovers! How are you? It's MJ from All to Love TV and All to Love. I'm the founder of All to Love. I'm an author. I host this YouTube channel where there's so much content on here. There's like over 1,000 videos of vlogs and like intuitive sharings around spiritual awakening, paradigm shift, transformation, and all that jazz, as I like to say. Let's have a laugh, you guys. And also, intuitive tarot is super fun. I love offering divine guidance and loving clarity with this stuff. Holla, divine side. Whoa, whoa. I was actually just thinking about you. Fancy that. About just how miraculous all of the unfoldings are. And hey, Xiao Ping, how are you? There were some messages coming through for you in the last live share, FYI. If you caught that, hopefully you did. I can bring it up again in the next live share. If I catch you live there, it would be amazing. So you guys, I'm gonna crack on with these weekly readings, and I just am wishing you all so much love, joy, abundance, happiness, fulfillment, and like this is the juice of life, my friends. This spiritual connection and like knowing of the self in these times is like the way for sure. Not to worry, you should have an email with the link, and or email me and I'll make sure to send you the full playlist as well, so you can catch up on some previous live shares that you may have missed before you joined us. So which, you know, I wouldn't doubt cover some of that stuff, you know, with regards to unblocking ourselves from our own bullshit. What else can I say? I'm an intuitive empath, and I use Intuish reigns supreme. So if you're new to this channel, just bearing in mind that the way I read the tarot cards might not look like normal tarot or like traditional tarot, and I really, for these weekly spreads, I tend to just do 3 cards and then go from there for each sign. I offer the monthly readings where I do a full video, like maybe 10-20 minutes for each sign, and then I also do I try to do these live as well when I'm guided to, and then I do the collective intuitions also live when guided to. But a lot of y'all have noticed I'm sharing a little bit less and just focusing more on the live share crew, because that's how it's flowing. Alright, so I'm shuffling the cards and I am starting to zoom in on the energies of the Scorpio vibrashe. So the Scorpio readings for this week, you know, it don't have to be time specific. We're a timeless kind of community, this paradigm shift. To live depends on roots. Community vibrashe. Oh my goodness, like the language, the weird words are just off the charts today. And I also make up these words that align with other words in my endeavoring to be as light as possible around that, which is quite deep, profound, and sometimes like really heavy. For the empath community, All to Love TV, the Scorpios, divine guidance and loving clarity for the Scorpios. Ew, interesting. So the Hierophant reversed, right away I'm hearing there's a potential like level up in a commitment, possible like exchanging keys sort of thing after the death of an ending, or the ending rather, not the death, it's not the death card, it's the Ten of Swords, so the ending. This is the profundity of all this, you know, spiritual awakening on the planet. It's really, really profound. Like, this is often the experience, the kind of feeling experience we have when we're going through these tests or initiations or what have you in your manifestation path, you know, becoming an empowered creator. Often we find there's endings, there's a lot of shedding, there's, you know, people come and go, you know, like it's deep stuff, and yet this is truly symbolic of the end of that, the end of being blind to some of these daggers, right? Because they're hitting us in the back. It has to do with our naivety. And also from a vibrational point of view, it has to do with some of our own karma. You know, like we couldn't have avoided that. It was in our back. You know, we didn't see it coming in from the three-dimensional perspective, right? So this is definitely the end of a profound cycle for you, Scorpio. Do you know what's really cool? You basically go from the 10 of Swords to the 10 of Cups. For some of you, you're walking away from and or there's a card, there's the 7 of Swords here, which is signaling to me, or at least wanting to be known in as far as either make sure the person is clear that you're dealing with or that you're being clear. That's the sword energy, is thoughts. Thoughts, the things that we're saying, you know, picking and choosing, or maybe it's like choosing your thoughts wisely or choosing your words wisely. Again, you or the other person. There's something about, yeah, just being mindful about your words. That's what I'm getting, or being mindful about your thoughts. But it's not, there's no heaviness to that card particularly, as in it's not like some shady shit or anything. It just is like, Elliot, how are you? So, holla, it's so nice, the live show crew represent. So yeah, Scorpio, this 7 of Swords is just, it's like a, because you have this 10 of Cups, right? Divine side. So there's definitely a commitment, which the keys are there, the Hierophant are card. It's not like a marriage. It's not nothing that intense, but there is a kind of, yeah, it's like getting your license. You graduate, you get accept keys, you know, or oftentimes in a relationship, it's like a couple exchanges keys, and that's sort of like a level up in the commitment, which signals the end of a cycle for you or them, possibly, because there's 7 of Swords is making me feel like there's another person, plus Hierophant would signal a commitment, or acquiring something that brings a deeper sense of commitment in your life. And then the 10 of Cups is just like super happy, stability. I mean, 10 of Cups is the happiest card in the deck, Scorpio, so you're not doing too bad here. Although you've been through enough shit, which is warranting you being like, holla, bring me the 10 of Cups, please. And then that 7 of Swords is saying to me something around you or other person, just be mindful of the words, be mindful of discern. It's like something around discerning language or discerning interpretation or something like that. All right, Scorps, that's it for you. I'm closing her down. Where are you guys? What are you guys talking about over there on the chat, huh? I love it. I was just like, hello, oh my goodness. There's Divine Sight trying to nail down the drum and crack on with the purchase. Are you? Yes. This is very, very exciting. I was speaking about a hang-playing drum yesterday because I'm still noodling with, I reckon in my life I'll acquire eventually a ukulele, and then a hang drum is my optimal drummy device, because drums are just, I don't think it's going to happen, the drums for me properly. But the hang-playing, I reckon I could get into a bit of a meditative flazam. Okay, who are we now? Oh, thanks, Elliot. Thanks a lot. Your shipment has been posted. So, my lovers, and I just so happened, because I've been moving about again, I had a visitation to Mom's storage unit, found some of the CDs, so I sent some CD, I think one. I think I did, yeah. I think I did, but we'll see about that. Scorpio, so who's after Scorpio? Sagittarius. My lovers. Sagittarius, what's going on with Sagittarius? That kind of like flipped out. It wanted to land in reverse. So, now this needs another shuffle. We'll see. Sometimes I'm just gonna shuffle again because literally the 2 of the same cards from the last 4 card spread came out. Sagittarius told me to jump on it. Isn't there like, jump on it, jump on it? There's some song that says that. You're the best. All right. Oh, gee, thanks, guys. This is serious, you guys. Try to be fucking serious with the tarot. FYI, if you ever get around to this channel, like we got to make it light. We have to laugh as much as possible because it's so deep. At the same time, don't listen to anybody if it doesn't resonate with you, unless you're being triggered, and then maybe do some healing. But mostly, you know, if we be resin, you feel me? So we're good to go. Usually my intuition will hone in on the right messaging for you for divine guidance and loving clarity. Like, empower that path. Empower that light-filled path of love. Oh my God. Just been shuffling away. Same card comes out again, Sagittarius. So we're on it now. This is it. The cards that want to be known will be known. That one flips. Oh, you know, Sag, it's like a jump start, false start of a passionate new beginning, a project, something like that. Now you're grieving the losses of this. There's still some grieving process going on, and you're moving into this defenseless energy. It's like you've been fighting so hard for so long, you're just like, I'm done now. I can't. I get a sense of, you know, with the 5 of the grief card, I know, divine sight. It's a good one too. I mean, every cup of coffee is, that's not true at all. I was about to say every cup of coffee is a good cup. I'm like, nope. Any coffee drinker would tell you, no, that's not true at all. But this is a good cup. When do you get back on it? Back on it. Oh my God. You're embarrassing me. Or I embarrass myself. I mean, like, I'm the one choosing to be live on YouTube right now. Where was I? In the morning, I know I'm gonna feel a thing. What's that song? The Kooks? In the morning, I know I'll be feeling. It's probably about like hooking up and then being in the morning, being like, ooh. Thanks. I love your choices as well. Sagittarius, resonate, nailed it. Okay, dropping defenses because you've been through enough bullshit. Maybe trying to start creative projects and it just got to flash like the 5 of Wands, you know, like it not just, the energy's not aligning. Finally dropping defenses, grieving the losses. There's a 3 cups here as well, so this could have been a repeat pattern of grief, finally nailing down that kind of sense of enough of this. So, oh yeah, where I was with the feeling of the 5 of Cups as well is like things are turning around. Those 2 of Cups that are upright behind you in that 5 of Cups are beckoning you, and it's almost as if those 2 of Cups will become very present as those defenses are dropped, as we just lighten our load, as we stop fucking trying so hard to prove something or gosh, you know, and we don't see these things until we see them, right? We don't know we're doing it until we know until something reflects or a sign finally lands, kind of thing. And hence our congregation, our aligning soul tribes for better reflections, sustain better reflections, creating better reflections, right? In all areas of life. Laura Conner. I'm so stoked. Very excited to see you, my darlings. Knowing, understanding, knowledge, perceive, i.e. something known and understood. Tell me more, girlfriend. Zapping. Share more if you want to. Of course, you're welcome to send me through an email as well. You would be up all night. So I have mine in the very early morning hours, and then usually no coffee, unless it's one of those like big days kind of thing. Okay, I'm gonna carry on with Sag. So Sag dropping those defenses, and then there's the Moon card. So right away, and it's interesting, these little loops, right? But the Moon card is often symbolic of me of this rewilding process that some of us are being called to. Just translating my name. Oh, very good. Hey, Dr. Patchy, how are you? Or Patchy. Welcome. Welcome to O to Love TV. Oh, that's a beautiful meaning for your name, Zhao. So yeah. So after we drop the defenses, somehow I'm feeling a connection between the 5 of Cups, as in the 2 cups that are upright in the spilt 3 cups that we're grieving, and it's almost as if that grieving process is what drops our defenses as well, which a lot of us could probably testify to that, like almost getting washed clean. The emotional transformation is so profound. And then, yeah, because in the moon card, there's howling, they're howling, these wolves, right? Or I guess the creature symbolic, and there's a lobster there. Curiously, that might be something to look up, or if any of you randomly know the medicine for lobster. I've never noticed the lobster there. Again, this is a new deck, very, very, very Rider-Waite, but I never even noticed it in the Rider-Waite. So lobster could be symbolic for some of you. But yeah, with the moon card, it's like this energy of moving toward the rewilding, which simply in our modern world looks like us hanging outside more, maybe dancing in the night, howling at the moon, you know, just all the things that are considered to be cray-cray. No, we are that. We are that heritage. That's how we come alive. Connect to the sun and the stars and the moon, you know, connect to the clouds in the sky, be connected to the earth field around you. That's why we're here, to enjoy her glory. So holla, let us rewild and become the gods and goddesses we're designed to be in love. Holla. Okay, I think that's it. So wayward lobsters. Something to do with like finding our way back home, but I still don't know, but I'm sure you know. But that's a seed planted, right? Yeah, I have to go to forest school. Okay, I shall be getting around about maybe 6ish, and but either way, we'll catch up this weekend. Laura, much love. Have a great day. Yeah, and maybe I'll see you if you're still there later. Shedding the shell. Okay, yes. Okay, so that's totally one and connected with that reading for Sag, right? So the final grieving process, dropping the defenses, shedding, moving into the rewilding energy, which is the gateway home, which is us finding our way home. How funny. And then Laura saying the forest school. So the forest school is one of these, I want to say a social enterprise, but I could be wrong. I don't know the actual formal classification of this, well, school, an education body. But the forest school is a sort of rewilding, you know, teaching young people and just people, because I'm sure any of us could get involved in excuse me for speaking out of turn, but the forest school, so speaking or teaching ways of the land, you know, learning, I should think, about different survival skills, but I don't know, but check it out, because I'm sure it's really cool, as one of our divine sisters is there. And I've had forest school when I hosted a festival in Devon back in 2015. We invited forest school to come and do workshops and stuff like that with the kids. So yeah, anywho, it all connected. One mind, one tribe. Dreams can come true. Okay, it's like everyone's on board now. Choo choo, choo. Let's move on. Saggy. Who be after Sag? Capricorn. Capricorn. Is life getting any better for you, Capricorn? I hope so. I actually am familiar with Lobster by Boy. I actually have seen it. Ah, nice, Elliot. I love that you recap that. Thank you. And interesting being here with you, right? Where it's like clearly that's still shedding and still making our way home, right? Ah, God, and that loops around to the goddess workshop stuff that I'm working on around. This is just the new way of being, the shedding and the receiving. The releasing and the creating, you know, it's a continuous thing. I want to know. Let's talk about that in live share, I think, actually. That's a really good little thread to pull on, Zhao. I wonder how I can, I'm going to try to take a screenshot. This could royally fuck up. I'm trying to think if I... No, that's not the way. No, that didn't work at all. Oh. Okay, I think that might have worked. Apologies. So, I took a screenshot of that Xiaoping, and I'm going to noodle with Thank you, thank you. Okay, cool. I am not your, okay, let's noodle on that in the next live share, because that's a really, these are all aspects from within that I would dare say requires practice. And I can only speak for myself. You know, that's a discipline. And then through discipline, lifestyle choices that lead to different lifestyle choices that lead to different lifestyle choices that enable you to have a lot more discernment and clarity from within to then project the clarity that you're biofeedbacking. Like walking on hands, yes, divine sight, yes, exactly. It's just a practice, because oftentimes it can become more and more uncomfortable, and that's something that we're all reflecting, lining up with one another, is that the more, regardless of like timeline or anything, if you be resin, you resin, right? So if you're finding the sensitivity is becoming more heightened, that warrants more more inner work, more discipline, more self-care, more nurturing, more going within, more journaling, right? Like these, more walking outside in nature, more singing, more creativity, versus the maybe hanging out with people for too long, or going to certain environments where there's lots of people on maybe certain vibrashe that don't align with you. And that's something that I'll often, when I can anyway, continue to reflect back, like increasingly the empath, sensitive community, whatever, are finding that, like really having to pull back, really having to like disentangle from certain bass tones. And it's something that I sense of like, we've been practicing this for like almost a decade, very consciously, very conscious, like transforming mind-body field, you know, emotional response mechanisms. We're rewiring our brains essentially as humans, right? And for some of us, we've been doing it very consciously for at least since 2012, if not since our teens, because a lot of I would say that the way-showers, as it were, would have had awakening experiences actually in childhood. So there would have been this awareness. Okay, Cappies, I'm coming through with the Capricorns readings, okay? There's a substantial release here, Capricorn. You're here, reversed next to the Five Pentacles. Five Pentacles often what John Beanie in the house. How are you? Thank you so much for your and Diliana's amazing video. Like it's like the paintings and the creativity inspired from within this community is absolutely like gushy in the heart space for sure. Almost surreal as well. Thank you, John. Okay, so yeah, the devil next to the Five of Pentacle reverse. Five of Pentacle reverse, I often connect it to the Outsider card in the Osho Zen deck, which signals to me that this is usually patterns that are reflective of childhood trauma, of rejection and abandonment. I know she did a lot of the work as well, because she was also really kind to share some of the actual photos, which yeah, I can use in different ways. Amazing. It's so lovely. Mary, how are you, Mary? Amazing to see you. Okay, so we're at the Capricorns now, and Capricorn, and I'm Vabandus. Some of you guys know I'm Capricorn ascendant, right? So right away we have Magician card. That feels to me like an up level in the magicianship. So you're owning your power a little bit more. Like, please, for the love of, could be just, yeah. And some of you Capricorns will resonate with just how deep these last couple of years have been. And like Saturn and Capricorn, it's like the like, you will not pass, and you're like, oh, fuck you, man. But you're ultimately, it is making you a better magician, but all of whatever shit you need to purge is going to come up. Like things aren't going to go your way often from the mental perspective, because we're transforming those base tones of control and domination. That's my perspective, anywho, if you feel me, great. So we're up leveling the magicianship as an artist, you know, we're becoming a bit more powerful with regards to how we're using the elements. And think of the elements that we perceive around us, we are also elemental. We're made up of water, earth, air, and fire, right? Ultimately, and even in our astrological zodiac natal charts, we embody all the different elements and the different qualities and the different polarities, and as a unified field, humanity is expanding, you know, that awareness. So we're becoming more quantumly aligned. We're becoming alchemists, right, as it were, transforming the cells of our beingness to become lighter, to become free of these old constraints, right? So that's the magician quality, and again, part of the new paradigm community is owning that, and without some weird fear or concern for like, who do you think you are waving that wand in my face? And you're like, Shazam! Smile more! You know, because it's all for the heart love. And so this is the break pattern. This is the line in the sand for you this week there, Capricorn, where I feel the devil with the Five of Cups is actually like the cutting loose of some of these old patterns of abuse. Patterns of attracting people where you're, you know, and people pleasing some bullshit, or constantly getting rejected over and over again in whatever areas of life, love, money. Because the devil, like, reversed it with Five of Cup or Five of Pentacle, but it's very much together in this clump, and this is the intuitive messaging, right? So it's like, that's the fact that it's in the reverse tells me, you're finally getting over some of these low level hoops. Capricorn, well done. Like, you're finally breaking free from the chains of that distortion. You know, the devil, bass tones, always getting rejected, always getting used. I'm getting a message about, you know, that collective expression, good people finish last, or like something about the fact that like, oh, well, the good guy never gets the girl, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like some of those like big some of those big slams on the collective programming, like all blah blah like this, or girls never get paid as much, whatever, blah. You know, it's one of those kind of loops that we're attracting, that keeps slamming us to the floor. But now it's reversed, and you're stepping in a magician. It's like, that's over. I just feel one more card coming for some reason. Okay, there's two cards coming through that have blindfolds on. Which is telling me there's something potentially you're not seeing. Because it was the eight of swords was there, and that made me want to shuffle and then look, see what else came out. And then Two of Swords, and the Two of Swords also has a blindfold on, which only is signaling like there's just a thought wave. There's either a decision coming that you're not seeing. It could be to do with your working life, or there's like a mental loop that you might be denying. See, I feel like if any of you Capricorns are resonating with this, we could do an extended. But I feel like I want to end it there because that's enough cards essentially. But okay, there's basically the way to sort of encapsulate this. So you're stepping into magicianship, overcoming some of these repetitive patterns of codependency, people pleasing, and always getting kind of shoved out of projects, or like kicked out, feeling rejected and abandoned and wounded, right? These are reversed, so you're overcoming it. You then are approaching some kind of decision, possibly around your working life, and it might be a little intense. It doesn't feel shady or dark, it just feels that you're not going to see this coming. Hence Two of Swords. You're like, la 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 la, oh my god, I have a decision to make, possibly around your working life. I feel like you're already working on it though. Okay. And the Osho cards, the only card I got for that was that it could be a little intense, but whenever big things drop in or change is a burr, it's gonna possibly feel a little bit like this. Okay, Cappies, yay! We're getting over. I feel like randomly that Saturn has just shifted back as well. Like Saturn's now back in Capricorn for the next 6 months before it probably. You're effing great, Elliot. I don't know if I'm correct. There's something about that anyway, and that Capricorn, and then rather Saturn then transits back into Aquarius for its proper transit for like the next 2 years or whatever. Okay, Capricorn, thanks a lot, you guys. Let's move on to our Aquarius. Aquarius, this is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. That song often pops into my head because I feel like such a 60s reborn baby. You know, like my conception was actually in the 60s. Even though I was born in the 80s, my soul plan. So somehow connected to like flower power. Which, like, who doesn't res with that? It's awesome. Okay, Aquarius. My fixed air sign lovers. I have Venus in Aquarius. Oh, shit. Oh, Aquarius. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Oh, okay, you gotta lay down a burden, and or you're gonna be laying down a burden because whoever this reading is for, you're dealing with some bullshit. Whether it's your own or other, at the end of the day, it don't fucking matter because you need to lay it down. You need to put down your 10 of passion, your 10 of, what are they, wands. You're being asked to lay down these wands. It's like, what am I feeling with the 10 of wands? So we're carrying out the 10 of wands. It's just like things we've done. We're just going over all these things and like not even realizing that we're actually carrying them as we're going over them all the time. Of like, I've been doing this, I've done this for 25 years, and forever, just like just passion projects, but it's all kind of messy and it's weighing you down. That's the feels I'm getting. And then it's like you have to lay that down because it's attracting in, because we have the Knight of Swords reversed, which could be you, but the Knight of Swords feels more like someone you're dealing with. And if that's resonating, you're dealing with somebody incredibly deceptive. Hey, Papu, how are you? I didn't see your message, I'm afraid. So part of you laying down these burdens, or it's like a laying down of the past, or laying down those energies. I just had a visual of like, so this person who I dare say just lies all the time. It's almost like going, like I'm dropping my burdens back onto you. You know, it's not, but it's more of the vision of that energy. Like, I'm done. I'm not dealing with your shit anymore. I'm not listening to your lies. I'm not listening to my own lies. I'm not carrying my past with me anymore. I would want to say then, I'm moving forward. Sans the burdens. Sans the Knight of Swords reversed. So the reason I dress, but I'm like, because I was going to say like almost a derogatory word, but like Knight of Swords reverse, or any of, especially the Knight, actually no, any of the people reversed to me are like, and there's where intuition comes in, and I would often clarify when intuition comes in to be like, it's not malevolent, it's not like a dark, like they're a horrible person. No, they're just not very wise. They just don't have their wits about them, or they're just not very clear. Which, I mean, considering we live in a traumatized humanity, one of the best practices is having self-compassion and non-judgment for self first, so that you recognize how everyone's wounded. We all make mistakes. That's sword energy, saying the wrong things. You know, saying what we think people want to hear, and then realizing that's not going to get you nowhere. Because you don't know yourself. You can't create efficiently. So those of us on this manifestation path in earnest, we're being asked to get more and more clear. Drop the burden, get fucking clear. If somebody isn't clear, cut it out. Cut it out. right now in this reading, there's another person as well, and I don't even feel necessarily a need to like call it out, but the dropping of the burden is the most important thing for this week. It feels like, Aquarius, because right now the energies, and these are male energies around you in particular, but again, for cross watchers and or for general readings, bearing in mind these could be any energy, male or female, that are in your life that are representative of these qualities, right? But these are energies that can't match, if especially as you're being guided to drop the burdens and you effectively do that, like proper let it go, crotch watchers. I love you guys so effing much. Yeah, that's right, Divine Sight, crotch watchers. You know what I mean, cross watchers. Cross watchers. So that's the juice, Aquarius. Stop, focus on yourself. Drop your burdens. Be in the here now. Drop the burdens. Figure out for just you what you want. And for at least like a day or two or more, don't fuss with these people around you. I would say don't give this King Cups much energy. Don't give that Knight of Swords much energy. Focus on yourself. Lay down the burden. Do it. Be fucking selfish, Aquarius. Because especially if there's these two players, possibly three, but I'm feeling into two, that are just demanding so much of your effing time and emotional energy, and you're not feeling it come back, it ain't coming back. It's not. They're not giving back. Stop making excuses. That's possibly that Seven of Swords in the middle. You know, like, what they mean, well, great. But if what they mean is still not being received, like how they say they mean, then it's not being received. Like, they're not giving what they say they're giving. So if it's a drain on your resources, if it's confusing your fucking headspace, cut it out. Drop the burden. So there's a biofeedback here of it's a two-way street, right? We still have to do the inner work to shed these energies from coming into our life. Okie dokie, Aquarius. I keep hearing Aquarius. I don't even know what that song is though. I'm pretty sure it's like a song for Ontario, the province where I came from, my homeland. Pisces, super excited to do the Pisces reading. And then I'm going to finish with Ophiuchus, okay? God. Woohoo! It's true though, isn't it? It's like, I sit with, and this is like still outworking my own people-pleasing stuff, but like the people who go out of their way to unlike something, or dislike something rather. And I was like, really? People go around doing that? That just fascinates me. I'm like, I don't have time to outpour that, even that level of negativity. And in fact, I rarely even come across things that I'm not totally in love with or enjoy fully. Like, I'm not engaging with things that I find stupid anyway, you know what I mean? So it's like, you know, did you guys understand where I'm coming from? It's like sitting with that energy of like, what would it be like to be like, I'm gonna dislike you. It's like, see, but it helps when you're sensitive to figure out that, like, that's the kind of energy. So you're like, oh, that's okay. I understand. I still hot love for Bush to my dislikes. Who's that? Who be this? Morning. I feel like that's a handle that I'm not going to speak out loud for some reason. Do you know what I mean? Divine Sight, I love you so much. Robbie, just... The coffee is in full swing as well, let's be honest. Holla. Where are we though? Big, do you know, you do, big fella. You know exactly what I'm talking about, and that's why I'm like, I'm not going to say that. I've been naive in the past about saying certain people's handles, because it then ends up, you know, Bart Simpson, when he calls up Mo, you just got hot. I feel like I'm about to sweat. And now I'm hearing, dreams can come true, look at you, babe, I move. You know you got to have them. You know you got to be strong, dreams can come true. Anyway, okay. Just fucking get to the cards, woman. Like, you just talk absolute fucking nonsense all the time, don't you? I do a little bit, but there's also some pure heart love vibration. Absolute fucking golden divine wisdom as well from a heart lover. So don't just discount the vibrashe because of the absolute comedy value. Oh shit. Except if only for myself, you know? Like, whatever, YouTube. Like, I just do this for me. And for you. And for business. It's multifold, this YouTube vibrashe. Also part of the 5D, you know, part of the Rainbow Warrior mesh. It's like, let's be honest. If it weren't for YouTube, we all wouldn't have found one another and fallen in love as the true pure heart love family does. It's true though. There's a lot of love in this community for all of humanity. Which is why we're like, oh, what are you doing? No, stop that. That is not loving. I love yourself. Thanks, John. That's why we come here. Yes, I like you too. Xiao Ping. In love with Fam Jam. And it's so exciting as we build toward the landing of the actual, like, vibrating together. It's like when me and Roots, it was like, I just wanted to touch Roots' face when I first saw her. And it was like, it's you. Like, my lover. And then we laughed. And then we vomited. Just inside joke, sort of. Okay, let's move along. Pisces. Big. I was about to say that one handle, big something, but I'm not going to. The moon. The moon's come up for Pisces. Did you just have a vom? Or were you just reflecting back me and Roots' time together? It's like, I love you so much, I'm vibrating so high. Ooh. And then all week, just like the shifting has continued. Just simply to prepare the vessel to vibrate in the ecstasy bliss vibration for the rest of eternity. Maybe not. Maybe we'll get bored of that. Oh, whoa, Pisces, what's going on? My lovers! Holy Shazam! Fuck! Oh my god! I have never pulled a spread like that. Boom, boom. Holy cow. These are all major arcana, Pisces. The moon card, followed by the judgment, followed by the lovers, followed by the Hierophant, followed by, wait for it, the 10 of Pentacles. I'm literally like floored by the energy of these cards in this reading. And there's soulmate return energy just rearing its shiny little head. Like, don't worry, in case you needed some more loving soul family tribe. Yeah, there's a more coming in. Wow, it's like an obvi. This is definitely reflective. This is that initiation. This is that rising to no new level. This is Judgment Day, reign supreme. You feel me? This is all the abundance you could ever need or want landing in your reality. You knowing the truth of this. Like, you have everything infinitely when it comes to material resources. Unity, coming into union, becoming the authority of your reality. This is also, that Hierophant energy is also people coming to you, possibly. For a ceremony, for wisdom, for whatevs, right? Judgment Day is the passing of the test, right? Get the drum. And, well, and I would dare say the drum is just already yours, you know, with the 10 of Pentacles. Like, everything you need, everything you want is already landing. It's in your reality. Certainly in your field, right? So it's only a matter of momentos. Momentos. Isn't there a song? Mentos. Mentos. Fresh as Mentos. Mentos, fresh and full of life. Mentos. The fresh maker. I'm gonna need a Mentos after this coffee. Except I don't think they're vegan, so I don't do Mentos, but still. I'm so out of sync, glad to watch you in a ballet. Yes, you're not out of sync, girl. Girl, you perfectly in sync. That's how we roll. Intuition reigns supreme every single moment. You're perfectly exactly where you're meant to be, even if it doesn't feel like it. That's the Fearless Life Guide teachings, and just general bits and bobs from like all the spiritual teachings ever. Not ever, but maybe. Let's be honest, we're all part of the all, and different ways of expressing it. So, you know, Mentos freshness. Do you remember it? Do you remember that song? I remember, and there was like there was a couple series of commercials where that song, and somebody in the commercial would do something just retarded, and then they'd be like, Mentos, the fresh maker, and they'd be like, hee hee hee, it's okay because we have Mentos. Do you see why I had to stop watching TV? Because I'm one of those very impressionable people. Like, I think, so I stopped watching TV in like 2010, probably. Consciously wanting to stop watching TV from 2008 when I started yoga. And then stopped watching it properly. And then loop back 2013, go on a little hauls with the man that I'm dating. And go into the hotel, as you do. Put the TV on, let's chill. You know, haven't watched TV in like 3 years. This will be interesting. Fucking advertising. And I don't drink alcohol. I haven't had alcohol for probably like 2 years at this point or something like that. And there's a Bailey's commercial. And I literally was just like, it's like going to that creamy Bailey's moving across the screen, glasses, sexy people. And I'm like, oh my God, I want the Bailey's. Like I want, and then I was like, what? Wait, oh, I don't actually fucking advertising. Fucking advertising works like a charm. And then ever since then, I've been very much more like, I don't do TV. I don't do advertising. I don't trust myself. I mean, let's be honest. We get bombarded with buy stuff. Buy, don't think for yourself. Buy this. Buy. And then you're just like, so. Yes, I saw loads of ships in the sky this morning. Oh, baby. Yes, John. Let's partay. You know, John, dare I say, we already are. We already are. We're definitely... Oh, I feel so hot. I want to take my jacket off, but it would be inappropriate. But not in truth. Just for a distorted society. Girls' breasticles shouldn't be inappropriate. But for some reason, it's like, wait, don't, that's gonna trigger us. Don't put your boobs out. And it's like, okay, I won't, because I don't want to trigger people that way. I don't want to trigger myself. So it's like, they're private. I choose that privacy. Okay, Pisces, anyway, let's, been seeing loads of ships in the sky, divine sight. This is happening more and more and more. Same, I have not, because I tend to sleep before it's nighttime anyway, but other physical people in my reality have. My shaman friend over here, he, was it him or somebody else mentioning grids, basically, like healing grid temples being constructed, and then, but as part of the biofeedback of the landing higher vibrational beings, right? Like, just open, people are opening up so fast. Hence where the momentum that we're feeling now is moving us into our placements. Like, again, discerning, these are the collective energies, right? And so moving us into our function so that we can do the work that we're designed to do, which this is why we came, this is what we came for. And then learn to move. Everybody's watching you, but she's looking at, I don't know the words anyway, but there you go. So Pisces, you're coming up. I'm coming up, so you better get the party started. We've been partying inside our psyche for a long time, like waiting for everybody else to be like, really? We're allowed to just have a good time? Yes, MoFlo lovers. But first, you might have to heal yourself. So you're not weighted down by the confines of the 3D reality matrix. So, Ophiuchus. So, I share this with the community. Some people be rizzing, some people be don't. I don't. It's whatevs, right? So Ophiuchus, the way I'm interpreting the idea of the 13th sign is like the higher octave for all of us. So any of us that align or resonate with the ideation of the 13th moon cycle, of a more feminine energy moving on the planet, somehow resonate with the sign of Ophiuchus, which to me is representative potentially of the higher base tone of all 12 signs. So it's not necessarily connected to one zodiacal sign, although some people would say it's a Scorpio. It's connected to the higher base tone of Scorpionic energy. But then again, all of us would have Scorpio in our energy. So depending on where that Scorpio energy sits, that would be the higher octave energy that we're being called to work with and transform. So for some of us, it could be sexual energy. For some of us, it could be heart-based energy. And also bearing in mind that we have like different unlock points on our natal chart. So different moments in our life will open up potential to work with these different energies, be it our heart. You know, like most of my whole awakening experience has been about my return to my heart space, the green ray, right? And now we're working as a rainbow warrior tribe. So all of us will have different opportunities, more than likely, to work with different energy centers, you know, to bring about, to bring the aliveness of the full spectrum of the rainbow in harmony, of course. So Ophiuchus, you guys are legends. I love hearing from the Ophiuchus signs in just that resonant connection. Again, and all of you, when you comment, when you show up here, it just, the YouTube community has like legit, and has become my soul family, my family, and like my best friends, and like over some of the darkest and most challenging periods of my own journey, like you've been a lifeline to me. So I really just want to thank you for showing up here and finding All to Love TV and the, you know, little corner of the interweb. It's a joy to me. It's some of my favorite time of the day. And I must say, as my life continues to unfold, it's really nice that my days are becoming more full, and it's not such deep, heavy processing all the time, you know. So holla. Okay, Ophiuchus, we're coming out of hiding, I'm hearing. Coming out of hiding, getting ready to receive a manifestation. For some of you, you're inviting love, a new beginning in the work. There's possibly a tower moment bringing about a new perspective. You've been manifesting or if you've been manifesting love, for some of you, it's kind of saying in the cards that you're definitely more focused on work. You're definitely more focused on money and receiving material resources right now. A tower, I'm not sure exactly what that could be about, but then of course that could be a tower moment in your career. That could be a tower moment in your just circumstantial reality, which then brings in these two aces. You have two aces here: Ace of Sword, new perspective; Ace of Pentacle, new material manifestation. Most readers would interpret that as a career move, a career manifestation, a job offer, a job opportunity. But it would say the tower's got to come down there for some of you. Of course, as we know, the tower moments are things we can't control. Those are like the destiny unlocks I'm talking about. Other people's choices, other people that we blah blah, and then, right, any of us who have had a tower moment know what it's like. These are a karma. That's karma. The tower is like the perfect card to represent karma, because we can't control that shit. As much as people, you manifest your reality, except for like the deeper reserves of karmic layers that manifest in our reality to continue us evolving as a soul, right? If we never had a tower moment, what would be left? Not as dynamic as it is, certainly. So, and again, with being the all creator, wouldn't you want your creation to be fucking alive and fun and dynamic? So that's part of tower moments, right? That's part of heartache and love and manifesting new cycles, is that you go into the depths of your fucking despair. It makes joy and abundance that much more joyful and that much more abundant. So you understand what it really truly means to vibrate the world that you're wanting to see, right? And it warrants sometimes dealing with the shadow shit that is not fun or comfortable for any of us to deal with. Holla at ya, ain't no holla back, nah. So there, so some tower coming down. I do feel this is related to work for the majority of you, because it's bringing about a new perspective. It's shifting. This tower is going to shift your perspective. and one and the same, you know, so you start to attract the new. For a lot of you, the love stuff is just on the back burner. The Two of Cups is here. It's just reversed. So that tells me it's like on the back burner. It's not a main priority for you. And, or it's an energy that's like maybe bubbling up under the surface. It's part of the overarching manifestation, but it's not manifest right here, right now, not in this week, but it might be coming in. You might start to, even if you manifest a new gig or you start to birth a new perspective, oftentimes these subtle shiftings along the way, bringing in new energy, then invoke a sense of like more love, more joy, more freedom, whatever. And then that's really unlocking you. So Ophiuchus, you're really coming out of the prison of your mind. And this is ultimately as well part of the how I interpret Ophiuchus is the awakened seer, the awakened higher mind of each zodiac, right? Of each zodiac sign. So you emancipate yourself from mental slavery, none but yourself can free your mind. That's the Eight of Swords. You've done it basically, and you're truly anticipating new manifestation. For some of you, the tower is going to come down now. I feel like that's probably all right, you guys. So there's the weekly readings. I am super duper committed to getting these out on a weekly basis. I am a bit late this week, but I'm practicing on beating myself up over that kind of stuff. And as I said, I will endeavor to go live sometimes. Again, I will make a promise that I can't keep. I will endeavor to go live for some of the monthly readings as well. I do those individually. Weekly readings I do as I've done, where I just pull 3 cards and work through sometimes one video, sometimes 2. And then the collective intuitions, I do my utmost to go live like right at the beginning of the, right at the end or at the beginning of the month. So you know, end of July or very, very early beginning of August, I'll try to make a note of it on the community page when I'm, you know, the night before that I'm intending to go live, so more of us can catch up. And then, of course, it's a blessing and an absolute joy to be here with a lot of the live share crew, because that's where I'm actually spending a lot more of my time, where we can discuss our hearts, basically, you know, like discuss just what it's like being an empath and how we're interpreting, navigating these energies in this global paradigm shift, in this quantum leap, human awakening, you know, and how we're being called to show up in our lives. And we're proper, unique, authentic soul fam, all from different walks of life, different creeds, different classes, different backgrounds, different ages, you know. So yeah, it's mind-blowingly awesome that we've found each other. And Purge singing was my journey today. Hello! That brings up another thing about like clearing that throat chakra, singing, purging, you know, this is all part of it. The party never stops. Encouraging with my readings. Mega love. Yeah, continuous, right? We all teach each other in sharing. So you guys can find out more by checking out my website, altalove.com. I've got a series of online courses called Be the Change online courses. There's some cool merchandise that I have fun creating. And yeah, you can see it all there. You can book your tarot card readings, online coaching packages, and all that jazz she wanna bum 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 bum. So yeah, if you wanna buy my stuff, just give me your money, you guys. That's what you want to do, isn't it? In exchange for the mega hot love vibrashe, Alta Love. So yeah, if you want to buy stuff, go check it out at Alta Love. Otherwise, can't wait to see you guys again live. It's always a joy to be here. And yeah, I'm feeling so much just more balanced, and knowing that this new energy is really starting to unfold for paradigm shift community, and we're ready to be ready, adaptable, light on my feet. Like a fucking, what am I hearing? Like a gangsta. I'm like, no. Light on my feet, like a rabbit? A gazelle? Yeah, gazelle. We are definitely on the other side. I know that to be divine sight. Like, do you remember last year? I think it was vibrating very high, but my higher self had other plans for me. We're just gonna fucking wash that ego clean one more time. You know nothing. I know nothing. Just climb out of that little hole a little bit slower, a little bit more grounded, and don't be a dick. And you're like, okay. So, holla, this is us on the other side of learning some pretty deep and profound lessons and passing the test, right? Judgment Day. Unity, divine sight, reign supreme into. I'm gonna go and finish my coffee, my lovers. Have a glorious day. Mega heart love vibrashe. Check out the communities and mostly just keep choosing yourself and just keep loving yourself real hard, you guys, because we all need that. Oh my God, I'm gonna go now. Bye, you guys. Have a great day. I love you. I love you. Yeah, I'll see you next time. Peace out. That was really weak. Peace out, wasn't it? Peace out. Hard love. Or what's the expression? Tough love. But it's still love. Just sometimes stop talking. I see dead people. I don't actually, but props to the people who do. Holla at ciao. Okay, big virtual hugs. Thanks to Wayne. Just close it down. Top down. Virtual hugs. Virtual hugs. I love you guys. Have a great day, and I'll speak to you real soon. Peace.